Okay, welcome back everybody, welcome back. Bonjour à tous, à toutes, comment ça va? Ça va bien? I hope that you are having a good day, a good week, or you at least had a good week. Hope everything is going well. Hope school isn't too hard, but I understand how it is. So we have this week's lesson. It's going to cover les animaux et les insectes. So that's animals and insects, and this is lesson 8, which I'm surprised I don't have written down on the slide, which I thought I did. That's okay. But yeah, so we're going to talk about animals and insects. What else are we going to cover this week? We're going to talk about vocabulary about different animals. We're going to compare common animals between the US and France. Everything is very similar. So we're going to probably talk the most about animal sounds because those are pretty funny. And hopefully I'll get you to practice the animal sounds in different languages. So that should in the different language in French. So that should be fun. But yeah. So first we're going to talk about le vocabulaire des animaux différents. Vocabulary about different animals. So let's get to it. All right. So I didn't have any verbs or grammar this week. There wasn't anything that I thought was important to mention. I could have included the verbs for the different sounds for like a dog or a cow, like when they say to bark or to bellow like an animal, but I didn't think it was too important. So we're going to talk about des animaux domestiques, des animaux domestiques. So some domesticated animals, pretty much what you would have as a pet. So you have le chien or un chien, le chien, un chien, the or a dog, le chat, un chat, le chat, un chat, the or a cat, le perroquet or un perroquet, the parrot or a parrot, le poisson rouge, un poisson rouge, the goldfish or a goldfish. I know that it says red as we learned with the colors, but in the translation it's actually goldfish. So you have la tortue or une tortue, the or a turtle, le lapin or un lapin, the or a rabbit, excuse me, le hamster et un hamster, the or a hamster. So yeah, those are domesticated animals. And as I was going to say, we have a lot of vocabulary this week. I have a lot of words prepared, a lot of different animals, because I just wanted to provide a good variety. And I figured even if I move a little quick, you can just rewind the video, go back a little bit. So yeah. So next we have des animaux de la ferme, some farm animals. La or une vache, the or a cow, la la or le un cheval, excuse me, the a horse, le un coq, the a rooster, la une poule, or la or une poule, excuse me, une poule, not poule, the or a hen, le or un mouton, a sheep, the or a sheep, excuse me, I have a typo there, la or une chèvre, the or a goat, une chèvre, excuse me, le un canard, the or a duck, le or un cochon, the or a pig, la or une dinde, the a turkey. Hopefully these pictures help. You can look through them and try to do a little matching. Maybe you could cover up the screen when you learn the words and you could try to name the animals after you're done. That's what I normally would do when I was learning these. So next we have des animaux de la forêt, some forest animals. So we have le or un renard, which we've learned before in the fables. Le or un renard, so the or a fox. Apostrophe or L apostrophe, or un ours, l'ours or un ours, which is the bear or a bear. Le loup, the wolf. L apostrophe or un écureuil, the squirrel. Squirrel is a lot harder to pronounce in French. Écureuil, écureuil, l'écureuil, un écureuil. It's very weird. Then you have l'oiseau or un oiseau, which is a bird. Le or un cerf, which is the stag or the deer. Le or un hibou, an owl. Le or un lièvre, which is a hare. It's just a little different from a rabbit. It's not a lapin, it's a lièvre. So the hare is different than the rabbit. Then you have le or un saumon, the salmon, which you don't have in the picture here, but figured I got most of the animals. Hopefully that'll help a little bit. Then we have des animaux de la mer, some sea animals. So then you have le or un poisson, it's just a fish. Le or un thon, a tuna. Le or un requin, the or a shark. La or une baleine, the or a whale. Excuse me. Le or un dauphin, the or a dolphin. Le or un crabe, the or a crab. La or une crevette, the or a shrimp. Le un poulpe, excuse me. Le or un poulpe, the or an octopus. Le or un lion de mer, the or a sea lion. So again, try to get most of the animals. You could try doing that matching game with covering the part of the screen with the vocabulary and just looking at the picture and try to match them. Figure that would be a good way to help you learn these. And finally, I think this is the last slide of animals. We have des insectes, or some insects. La or une fourmi, which is the or an ant, excuse me. Le or un papillon, which is the or a butterfly. L'apostrophe or une abeille, which is the or a bee. La or une chenille, which is the or a caterpillar. Le or un grillon, le or un grillon, which is the or a cricket. La une mouche, la une mouche, which is the or a fly. La une libellule, libellule. It's a hard word to pronounce, but anyway, that is the or a dragonfly. Le or un scarabée, which is a beetle. La une coquinelle, which is the ladybug. Le un mosquite, a mosquito. And then l'apostrophe or une araignée, which is the spider or a spider. So I have a video. That was pretty much all the vocabulary for this lesson, excuse me. And I have a video. These are very simple. It's not going to cover all the animals, but I couldn't find a video that would cover all the animals. But hopefully these will help.
Les animaux. Le chat. Le lapin. Le pingouin. Le chien. La souris. Le renard. Le gorille. L'oiseau. Le singe.
Okay, so I have another one, but that video covered some animals that we covered and some animals that we didn't. Like gorilla, penguin, mouse. So it gives you a little bit more of a variety, and they're quick videos. This is the same thing. There's sounds, names with the pet or the animal, excuse me. So yeah, hopefully this one helps too.
Les chiens. Les chiens. Les chats. Les chats. Les lapins. Les lapins. Les poissons. Les poissons. La tortue. La tortue. L'oiseau. L'oiseau.
Okay, so yeah, just two quick videos. Two quick videos to help you out with that. Hopefully you get some of the words down pretty easily. I know the sounds in the video were a little loud. I probably should have put a little bit of a warning or said like a bit of a warning, but hopefully they weren't too loud, too abrasive at all. But yeah, we have an activity, an activité. So in this activity, as per usual, you'll partner up with somebody and have a short conversation. There are just a couple questions I want you to answer. Again, ask the question in English, answer the question in French if you can. I have some grammar tips, and you can go back and look at the vocabulary if you missed anything or forget anything. You don't need to know everything by memory now, but the questions are, do you have any pets? If so, which animals? If not, what pet would you like to have? And what's your favorite animal or insect ever? Or what animals or insects do you not like particularly? I know not many people like insects, but sometimes you do. And has there ever been an animal you are scared of? That question you can answer in English because the French isn't as simple for those answers, and I'd have to teach you a bunch of different stuff to say that you're scared or whatnot, which wouldn't be a problem, but it would take up too much time. So yeah, I know there's definitely an animal that people are normally scared of. There have been several animals that I've been scared of. So let me do myself as an example. Do you have any pets? Actually, sorry, let me go through the grammar tips before I do my example. First, the grammar tips for what you want to say that you like or what you prefer in an animal. You could say je préfère or je ne préfère pas for I don't prefer or I prefer or I don't prefer. You could also say j'aime or je n'aime pas for I like and I don't like. And then you could say j'ai or je n'ai pas for I have or I don't have. So for me, do you have any pets? Oui. Which animals? J'ai un chien et deux chats. So I have one dog and two cats. What's your favorite animal or insect ever? My favorite animal would probably be un ours. Un ours, which would probably be a bear, or un loup, or a wolf. What animals or insects do you not particularly like? For me, it would have to be a l'araignée. I've always been terrified of spiders. Just, I think a lot of people are, just because I think we're made to believe they look horrifying. But anyway, I just don't like them. And has there ever been an animal you're scared of? Yeah, spiders, particularly, I've always disliked. Always. I don't know. I also don't like. I don't know if there's any. Actually, don't know if there's any other animals I don't like. We'll just stick to spiders. I've been scared of spiders most of my life. Okay, so now we're moving on to the sounds of animals, and we're going to talk about des sons différents des animaux en France et aux États-Unis. So we have some different sounds of animals in France and in the United States, and these aren't the actual sounds of the animals because no matter where they are, the animals are going to sound the same. They make the same noises, but we're talking about the way we describe those noises as people. So we're talking about different sounds. So we have des sons français first. So some French sounds. This is how they put it. So we have a rooster or un coq. They say cocorico. And as you'll see in the next slide, I'll put what we say in English. So it's cocorico for a rooster. Then you have a pig or un cochon, which is guangua, guangua. Or they'll snort sometimes, which we do too. And you have a duck or un canard, which is coin coin. It's very similar to the pig, but it's coin coin. Then you have a cow or une vache. It's very similar to what we have, but the spelling's a little different, which they have me instead of moo. It's me. Me. It's not moo, moo, moo. It's just a little different. Frogs or une grenouille. Grenouille. It's quack, 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 quack. Sounds almost like our quack, quack for a duck, but it's for frogs. A chick or un poussin, which is a baby, excuse me, a baby chick for like a chicken. Pew pew, which is I think is very similar. It gives off the same type of essence, but it's just not the same sound. So it's pew pew. They have turkey or une dinde. They say glue glue, glue glue. Dog would be woof woof. So it creates almost the same sound, but it's spelled differently. Like we say woof woof, they say woof woof. Or glue, and then again a turkey is glue glue, and we have a different sound for that. But yeah, we have American sounds which you all should know and have probably said at some point in your life. So for a rooster, of course, for cock-a-doodle-doo, a pig, oink oink, a duck, quack quack, cow, moo moo, or moo, and then a frog, we have ribbit ribbit, chick would be peep peep, a turkey, we have gobble gobble, and then a dog is woof woof, woof woof. So yeah, the sounds are just a little bit different, and I'll have a video for that to show you where French people and American people compare their sounds. It's really cool. It's really funny. Next, we have actually des sons similaires entre les deux langages. So there are some sounds that are actually very similar and are not just sometimes spelled the same or even just look this. They're not spelled the same often, but they sound the same. So it's a short list. I didn't want to be overbearing. I figured I showed enough with, I showed enough with what the words were. So en français and en anglais, which is English, we have these animals. We have un hibou, which in French is ou, ou, and then in English it's hou, 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 which, as you've learned in French, often they don't pronounce their H's. So this makes sense because they don't pronounce the H at the beginning of a sound or of a word often. So it's ou, ou, and then for us it's hou, hou. And then un chat or a cat, it's meow. It's just spelled differently. Meow, meow, meow. It's all the same. Un âne or a donkey is he, han. So it's all the same. Une abeille, buzz, buzz. It's just spelled differently. A serpent or un serpent, excuse me, or a snake is hiss. It's very similar. Un oiseau is cuit, cuit. Tweet, tweet. They're not spelled the same, but I feel like the sound is very similar, if not the same. And then un mouton or a sheep is in their way of saying it's be or be, be. It's always a sound I can't really do. And then a sheep for us is ba or ba. So we use an A and they use an E with an accent mark on it. So it's different. So here we have the video real quick. It's like a 4-minute video, I believe.
Cocorico. We say cock-a-doodle-doo. That's a duck.
Non, c'est un canard. Quack, 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 quack.
Quack, quack.
Quoi, quoi?
Quack, quack.
Quoi, quoi?
New York duck spells quack, quack.
Yeah, French duck. Coin, coin. Coin, coin.
Quack, quack.
Coin, coin.
Quack, quack.
I speak a bit of quack. Now I'm getting all, my duck's getting French.
That's a rooster.
Ou un coq. Cock-a-doodle-doo.
What? Doodle do.
Woo. Cocorico.
Say it again.
Cocorico.
Cokie coo. Cocorico. Sound like a song a little bit. It's very aggressive animal.
It's proud and mean and
Yeah.
French.
Cocorico. It's a pig.
C'est un cochon.
Oink, 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 oink,
No,
oink.
it's more deeper, like
Oink oink is very far away from what it actually sounds like.
Yes.
it's more like with the nose.
We have to find a pig impression competition because that was really good.
Ah, pigeon.
Pigeon.
Yeah, that sound.
My best. So, my best.
You have to roll your R, like you have kind of you have to speak Spanish for that.
I don't think New York pigeons really make noises.
Coo, coo, coo.
That's why I took French instead of Spanish, just because I couldn't roll my R's.
Is it because of that? No, come on. You like us? Yeah.
No, I do.
Grenouille.
The frog. Ribbit. Ribbit.
Ribbit, ribbit,
What? Rabbit?
ribbit.
No. Yeah.
For me, is that?
Just for you or for all French people?
No, from I think just for me.
Croix, croix.
Quack quack.
Croix, croix.
That's
Yeah,
totally
quack.
different.
Your French frog makes an American duck noise.
Hey, maybe we can like add the two of them and say ribbit, ribbit.
It's a baby chicken.
Un poussin.
Pew 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 pew.
I think this one just says its name. Just like baby chick, baby chick, baby chick.
Well, the chick says beep.
Peep.
Peep.
I'm with you.
Oh. It's not the same wording.
It's more if you have like a small car. Beep, beep. No, try the French version.
Pew pew. I think it's like a little like
That's
pew,
really
pew,
good, right?
pew, pew.
Bee.
Une abeille. Et the bee is doing a buzz. Same for you?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Really?
Bzzz, bzzz.
Can you say twice?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's a very active bee.
I think in a children's book it would be B-U-Z-Z. Or
Okay, so that's the video. It's pretty much over. But yeah, there are some similar sounds we have. Yeah, like I said, the list is, they covered they covered several of the sounds from the list I have here. But I think the video is pretty funny, shows the differences. As you can see, there I didn't really do the best explanation of the French frog, but they often talk about, as you saw in the video, they're talking about the frog croaking. We don't really do that sound, we just say ribbit, ribbit, which I don't really know where that came from, but who knows. So we have l'activité finale, or the final activity, of course, to end the lesson. For this activity, you're going to partner up yet again. Sorry if you don't have the ability to partner up. If not, you could work by yourself, or if you're working in a setting with other students, you could work with somebody closest to you. You're going to talk about several things, and you're going to be doing several things. Think of an animal and say its sound. The person who starts will only use the American sound, and the person who responds with the first sound will say what the animal is in French. So that would be like, if I was working with myself, I would use the American sound, which would be, let's do an example. I would say who, and then you, if I were my own partner, I would say anibu. Anibu would be an owl. So if I said who, and then I would respond with anibu. And then you're going to alternate between each person. So one person starts with the sound, and then the next person, your partner, responds with the French word of the animal. And then you switch, and then the person who responded with the French name for the animal will now make the American sound. And then that person will go back and make and then the other person will say the animal's name in French. So you're going to do this with 3 animals per person, a total of 6 animals. you should go this pretty quick once you should go through this pretty quick once you get the rhythm of it down. So if you want to do more, you can go ahead and do more. Or if you just want to do 6 animals total, go ahead. That's totally fine. I just figured this would be fun for you to do the sound and try to guess the animal. Or you could even flip it, because I gave a bunch of different French examples. You could do French sounds if you'd like to try and learn those, and you can name the animal in English. So yeah, I just think it's going to be a little embarrassing because you have to do the sounds, but I think the more embarrassing and more outgoing it gets, the more it sticks in your mind. So hopefully that helps. Yeah, I think that's it. Merci beaucoup à vous tous et toutes. Thank you all so much. I hope you enjoyed the lesson. Hope it wasn't too long, too short, too difficult, or too much. Just trying to make sure I can pace these correctly. We'll be back next time with lesson 9, which should be about school. Should be about school vocabulary, the setting. We're gonna talk about a bunch of different stuff with the education system. It's gonna be fun. We'll get there. I hope everybody's week goes well. Hope everybody has a fun time. Hope everybody's doing well in school. Keep at it. We're almost at break. I'm getting there. So yeah, have a fun week. Hope everything goes well. Bye-bye.